Welcome back to another Military Tycoon leak video. We have some pretty huge leak, or a pretty huge leak, not leaks, not plural. We have a very huge leak to talk about, something that'll change the game drastically, honestly. We have an all-new leak for some new systems that are coming to ground combat in Military Tycoon. Some things that I'm really excited to see in-game, obviously, since, you know, I'm such a ground vehicle advocate. This new update will basically change entirely how ground vehicles fight in Military Tycoon, as well as adding a huge new mechanic to them. As always, I'll be giving away 10,000 Robux at 30,000 subscribers, so if you want to contribute to that, feel free to subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into it. So basically, as always, Puck Monster, our Military Tycoon developer, who always posts all these leaks for us, he posted an all-new UI for ground vehicles. If you guys don't know what a UI is, it stands for user interface. So basically, everything on my screen right now is part of the UI. The hypersonic bar, this stuff on the side of the screen, it's part of the user interface. But Puck Monster, he posted an all-new user interface for ground vehicles, which I'll put on screen right now. There are several interesting things about this screenshot that we have to go over, and I think first I'll cover the new, what looks like a weapon firing mechanic. So if you look down, you'll see two new buttons. One is for firing, one is for shooting. Now obviously these buttons already, well, these mechanics already exist in game. F to fire missiles and you click to fire your weapon, but now they'll actually be represented on screen, a lot like in War Tycoon. I think Military Tycoon is kind of directly stealing from War Tycoon here. They know that they're the competition and they don't want to lose, so I guess they're just straight up stealing from them at this point. It also has a little reload bar on the bottom, which is very useful actually. It'll show you how long it'll take to reload your weapon, which I'm honestly excited for. This is something that I've kind of wanted in the game for a long time. It's been pretty inconvenient to not really have a gauge on how long it'll take for your vehicle to reload their weapon, and now we actually will be able to tell. But the most interesting part of this leak to me is if you look to the left of the screen, you'll see what looks like an all-new hypersonic bar for ground vehicles. If you guys don't know, hypersonic is obviously the game pass for planes that allows you to have like a little boost every once in a while. It adds an extra 100 speed to your vehicle, which can basically make or break dogfights. The easiest way to describe it is like if you guys have ever played a racing video game, it's basically Gnostic. It's a little bar that saves up, and eventually, or sometimes like after saving up enough energy, after a while you can just let it out and you'll be able to fly pretty fast. But it looks like this feature is also coming to ground vehicles, which is honestly shocking. I didn't really expect this. I guess it makes sense since NOS is originally from vehicles, like ground vehicles, like cars in real life. They're honestly, I think hypersonic for air vehicles should be changed to like an afterburner game pass or something like that. It'd make a lot more sense, right? I mean, the afterburner is already on the plane, but like it could be more drastic. Let me just pull up in a ground vehicle real quick to kind of talk about this more. There is no way to go faster than the top speed of this thing currently, so I hit 130 pretty much instantly. This thing has insane acceleration. So what this new little game pass could do is it could add like an extra 50 almost. It may depend on a vehicle per vehicle basis, but it could add like an extra 50, maybe 20, 30 to your vehicle. What the? To your, that was something. It could add like an extra 20, 30, maybe even 50 for some vehicles to your top speed. Obviously, it won't be as drastic as like an extra 100 miles per hour to your vehicle, because that's just way too much for a ground vehicle. You go flying off the map. Like, imagine this thing going 230. That's as fast as the F-18 goes. I'm reiterating that I'm very excited to see this just because it's more love towards ground vehicles. I always love seeing content added for ground vehicles or features added to ground vehicles. I feel like ground vehicles are the most underrated but most fun mode of... I hate this. I feel like they're the most fun mode of combat in this entire game. Don't shoot me. And I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Did you guys see how I instantly stole that? How come I didn't like have to hold down and hijack it? That's weird. I'm really excited to see this feature added to the game. It'll make ground combat just feel more dynamic in general. I'm sure you guys may have watched my last video where I went over the new things coming for tanks in Military Tycoon. They're adding new tank shells and recoil to the cannon of the tank, and this combined with that will just make ground vehicles feel way nicer. I want ground vehicles to be like the main mode of combat in this game so bad. I really want planes to have like less of a role in the game. They reign supreme. They beat basically everything. There's nothing you can do against the plane. For every vehicle, there's always a plane to counter it. Like for like the AC-130, there's the Falcon. For tanks, there's like the Apache or the A-10 with their guns. Well, for tanks, basically any plane can beat one, but I'm talking about planes with anti-air capability. So for planes with anti-air capability, they could easily be taken down by an Apache or an A-10. Ships can easily be taken down by an Apache or an A-10. They just stand no chance. So I really want planes to be like less important in this game. It's like how War Tycoon is. Planes serve. There's no planes in War Tycoon, aren't there? Well, there is planes in Military Tycoon, but in War Tycoon, but I'm pretty sure you guys can't. I'm slurring my words right now. I swear to God, it's like 11 p.m. while I'm recording this. I'm sorry about my like impeached. I mean my impacted speech because it's so late at night. But I was saying War Tycoon, they have planes, but like I don't think you can control them, right? You like summon them to do something for you. I know you can call in airstrikes from the AC-130 and the A-10 Warthog, which is really how I wish planes were in Military Tycoon more. And that's really all there is to talk about for this leak. This will be a very short video, honestly, compared to my other videos. As always, I would love to hear what you guys think about this leak down in the comments. I'm very curious on your guys' input. And of course, as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.